Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. First of all, you guys know the drill. If you guys please smash that like button, I'd really appreciate it, because you can leave a comment down below. I don't care what it is, it super helps the channel out. We're back in the shop. It's bright and early, dark and early. It's about 5:30 a.m. We're in, we got a lot of things to do. We got a lot of parts laying around here that need to be sanded, painted. You can see some of these small interior trim pieces and stuff have been prepped. They're ready to paint. We got to get them hung in the booth and get them shot. We got doors. We have lower valance. We have core support pieces that have been prepped out. These need to be finished up, hung in the booth as well. We have a hood. We got to do a little bit of prepping in here, get it treated for rust, and then also do a little bit of priming to get this into a paintable surface. And of course, we got parts laying all over the place, guys. The shop is a disaster. This is the 1956 Chevy El Camino. This is a custom build. In the last couple of days, we've got the floor painted. It's still covered yesterday from me painting the dash, but I'll show you guys real quick. You can see here, we have the floor in a satin black epoxy primer. That is just to get protection. We did some seam sealing so it won't rust. It is going to get sound deadening, and of course it's going to get carpet and full interior. You won't see anything of this. And we also reverse masked it the following day, yesterday, and we shot the dash. Dashes are very hard to paint. I need to pick myself up a smaller spray gun for times like this. I probably wouldn't really use it very often, but it's probably one of those things that once I had, I'd probably use it all the time. In an area like this, having a full paint gun with the cup, the regulator, and your air hose, it pretty much takes up like almost a little over a foot. So very hard to get under here. But with the experience I have, I was able to get it pretty good. We were able to get plenty of coverage. I got plenty of clear on it. I got about 2.5 coats of clear. Now I say half coat because I kind of shot it quickly again just to make sure it was all nice and wet once I did the full coat. Got plenty of clear on the top. We are going to do a little cut and polishing on the top of the dash. Got a couple nibs, but it is plenty wet. Super happy with how she looks, guys. Here is the spray out card. You can kind of see there to the dash. But I wanted to get all the interior and the dash shot ahead of time. That way, yeah, you guys can really see how good that looks. It looks even better once it's all unmasked, but it was still wet yesterday. But yeah, I wanted to get it all sprayed on the inside. That way the inside is just done. Of course, we got to be careful not to set sanding blocks and stuff like that on the dash. So we do have to protect it. We'll probably lay a little bit of masking paper on this pinch weld edge, and we'll fold it over just to kind of protect it in the meantime. And you can see here we got the cowl prepped out, the jams are prepped out. We are going to go ahead and paint the entire body of the car with the jams and the roof all at once. And we're going to go ahead and hang doors and hang fenders. That way we can do the cut-ins and the exterior face part of the panel as well all at once. So that is the plan. I usually cut them in and do the jams first, and then assemble, and then do the outside as one. But in this case, I think we'll get a more better, cleaner product in the end if we do it this way. That way we don't have any feather tape lines, any hard lines, anything like that, and the jams, and it'll just be a very nice finish. We do got to be extra careful that we don't chip anything, especially the body side, because if we do, we might have to repaint part of the jam or whatever, you know. But if we chip the door or something, fender, that can be refinished a little easier than the body. But it does happen. I'm prepared for it, but we are going to be extra careful, all hands on deck when we are assembling this vehicle, to make sure that we don't just chip the crap out of it. But she is coming along. She's starting to get some color, guys. Tell me what you guys think. Pretty old school to have it painted to match dash, but it looks awesome. Super nice. I absolutely hate when I go to a car show and I just see a very dry, chipped up dash. I was able to get this very glossy. Of course, we're going to cut and buff the top so it looks like glass. There might be a nib or two in the inside, so we'll do just a little bit of buffing if we need to on the inside and mini buff it out. But super pumped with how she looks, guys. Tell me what you guys think. It's gonna just look awesome through the windshield. And so today we'll get that unmasked and we'll start getting some more parts staged up, and we'll just keep painting as they come. Inside the spray booth, nothing exciting. We have a Honda S2000 that's coming in for repair. So I got the fender, so I'm gonna do a cut in today, check the color on this, and then we'll go ahead and install this fender, and we gotta bring it in for a bumper repair, and then of course we're gonna blend the hood and the door as well. You can see here I have 4 little mirrors. These got to be Civic Type R white, or sorry, Type R white. They're actually for an Acura Integra Type R. So I got these hung. I'm gonna shoot these today. We already have the base plates painted satin trim black. And here is Sean's tailgate that he sprayed yesterday for his 85 Chevy C10. Looks pretty good. Color matched bed liner. Looks pretty darn good, guys. I'm gonna hop back out over here. We have a Prius bumper. I got to block a little bit of these primered areas, and then we'll go ahead and finish wet sanding it out. We have a Chevy tailgate. I'm gonna try to shoot that today as well. We have a Volkswagen Jetta front bumper. We got parts laying all over the place, guys. We got wheel liners for the 56. Those gotta be bed lined in on the underside and color matched on the top side. But we got parts laying all over the place. You can see here, we got trim pieces, we got fuel necks. I got parts painted upstairs already. It's taking over, guys. But I want to jump over here and check out our Honda Accord. Now, this Accord was recently in a car accident. I got in a car accident. It's actually my Accord. If you guys go back a few videos, you can see how wrecked this thing was. It was completely totaled out. But searching for a good used car to replace this one, especially being low miles, was pretty difficult. Of course, they're out there. You can get lucky. But for the most part, everything that was pretty low in price needed a lot of work, or needed this, or needed that, or high miles, or in rough shape. We really just wanted our car back, so it was cheaper in the end to just fix our car, even though it does take a little bit of work. But I do have it pretty much mocked up here. I don't know if you guys remember in the last couple videos on this, this thing was looking pretty darn rough. But you can see here, we got a complete new nose, we got new fenders, new hood latches, new hood hinges. We got new core support, new front bumper. We got new headlight brackets, new headlights. What else do we have here? We got a couple fender brackets that do have to be welded in. Of course, they are going to go where they go. But we have the new core support in place. I'm going to go ahead and grab a screwdriver here, see if I can't pop this hood and show you guys. There we go. A little bit of what's going on. Now you can see here, this upper left rail was just toast. The main part that I needed, the outer skin, was discontinued from Honda. So unless I went to a parts yard or found a parts car to cut it off of, which I really just don't have that much time to go do that, I had to pretty much, I'm out of luck. So I had to reuse the outer skin. I don't have it on yet. You can see I had to pull around quite a bit, that upper inside rail, to go where it needs to go for the core support. But honestly, it's all covered, guys. By the time I get it welded up, we'll go ahead and do a little bit of body work on the apron and that inner rail. We'll make sure everything's welded up. We'll do our seam sealing. We'll get it primed. We'll get it prepped out for paint. We'll paint the entire core support with the frame rails and the apron there and that outer rail, just like OEM. And then, of course, we'll make sure that that outer skin is fitted to where it needs to go. It's just there for structure, so as long as it's welded in firmly, it'll be plenty strong. But you can see there, I do have some used OEM hood hinges. I got a used OEM hood latch. We do have aftermarket core support. They wanted a little too much for the Honda core support. And we do have some aftermarket fenders, aftermarket hood, aftermarket bumper, aftermarket lights. So for how wrecked this thing was, I am super happy and pleased with how much I got it fit. Now, before I take the core support off to get it ready for welding, I already have some Tech screws in place. So those screws will pretty much make this core support go right back into place. But of course, I'm going to take a paint pen. I'm going to go ahead and mark out between a paint pen and some masking tape exactly where this core support's to line up, give myself some reference marks, and of course the screw holes will help pull it right back into place. And honestly, there's not much up, down, left, right adjustment anyways on this. It pretty much goes where it goes. But I do want to make sure that when this core support comes off, when we drill it, we grind it to bare metal, apply our weld through primer on everything, and we go to reinstall it, that it does end up right back into place. I'm sure I'll throw the fenders on there just real quickly just to check to make sure everything's still in the right spot. And we'll go ahead and burn it in. And then we'll get it the outer skin ready for welding. We'll weld that where it goes. And of course, we'll probably the last thing will be throw these fender brackets in on the inside. We'll drill some holes and we'll get these going exactly where they need to go. And we'll weld them up and we'll put the bolts in. And then we'll get her ready for paint. And on this vehicle, we are going to just do a complete respray on this. It wasn't necessarily in bad shape, but it wasn't necessarily in the best shape either. So it had a scrape down the side. It's got a little bit of a dent on the quarter panel, a couple dings. The rear bumper's pretty scratched up. It has been probably slightly bumped in the rear before, so the trunk lid's sitting a little bit weird, and it did have a little bit of a leak, so I am going to try to analyze that before we do a respray on this thing. But we are just going to go with the OEM silver, I believe, at the moment, and so everything's going to get cut in silver. We'll go ahead and fix up all the nicks and the scratches and all the dings, everything like that. We'll analyze that rear end, and we'll get this thing prepped out for a full respray. I would like to purchase a front lip for it. They make a pretty sweet looking front lip. It's pretty sporty. Of course, we'll have some cool fog lights in there as well, all LED. And we'll, of course, get it out for Rafa at Pro Tint. So shout out to Pro Tint. We're going to have them cut the glass out before paint. And then as soon as it's painted, fresh out the booth, we'll have them pop on by and toss in a brand new windshield so we don't have that mess from the impact of the hood hitting the windshield. But I'm just super pleased with our gaps. Of course, I just have a screwdriver in here, but you can see how nice that's all lining up. I couldn't be any happier, to tell you guys the truth. The aftermarket fenders weren't drilled out in a couple of the holes as much as they need to be. So when I first stuck the fenders on there, they were really like stuck. Like they would not go forward, they would not go in, out, whatever. I finally realized what the problem was. So I actually enlarged a couple of the holes, and I'll probably enlarge a couple more of the holes. That way I have full adjustability to adjust anything I may need. If I have to, worst case scenario, it is my car, we could put a body shim in, which is a real common thing on like classic cars and stuff, not so much new modern day cars. But if worst case scenario, if something doesn't quite line up perfect, we can always slip a little 1/8 inch shim, 16th inch shim, something like that to make up a gap difference. But honestly, for aftermarket metal, guys, and how bad this thing was wrecked, this thing is looking awesome. I pretty much have all new parts. Bumper rebar's already down there. Of course, that just goes behind the bumper fascia. And we do have to set some new riv nuts in the frame rail for that before paint. Over here, I have a brand new AC compressor. Our AC compressor was kind of making a little bit of a noise, had a little bit of a resistance, and I think that popped the fuses for the cooling fans at one point early summer. And once I figured that out, our AC worked great. But for a while, our AC wasn't really working good. But even then, even though our AC was working really good, it was just, you could hear the resistance on the compressor. It just was not sounding very healthy. So I'm going to go ahead, and when I get this core support off, I'm going to go ahead and throw that new compressor in place while we are out of Freon. And of course, I got an AC condenser, brand new. We got our cooling fans with our overflow tank. And we have a brand new radiator with cap in the box. We still need an airbag, a knee bolster panel, SRS sensors, and of course we got to pick up some paint supplies for this thing. But this thing is coming along. It's going to look better than it ever did. We're going to give it a little bit of a twist. You know me, I can't leave anything alone. We'll spice it up just a little bit, like I said, with the front lip. And I got a couple other little ideas as well, but that's for a future episode. So I want to appreciate you guys for all subscribing to the channel. I know I've been doing a lot of Hot Wheels hunting too. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you don't, just please skip by the videos. I know a lot of people have been liking the videos. I got a whole bunch of new subscribers from the Hot Wheels hunting craze. I've enjoyed it. Carmen and I have found something to do on Saturdays and Sundays, and when we're out and about, it's just been fun searching. It's just a fun little thing that we like to do, and it seems like a lot of you guys have enjoyed it too. But we are not going to quit doing what we do in the shop. This is what we do. This is our blood. This is in our sweat. This is in our tears. This is what we do. We do auto body. We build custom cars. We got some cool projects. I swear once the Honda Accord is done, we will get back to that Lamborghini build. Of course, custom Lamborghini. But unfortunately, this was an unfortunate event, and the Lamborghini build had to be pushed outside and put on hold just for a little bit. And this is soaking up a little bit of my extra money, and we will get back to it. But as soon as this is done, we can get back to driving this as a daily, and then we'll get that custom car back in here for you guys. And I also got a couple other projects I got in mind as well. The Nova's coming out awesome. I got something else that I'm kind of on the search for. Of course, it's not ready. It's not time. We're going to focus on that Lamborghini as soon as that's done. But I do have a couple other cool things. But I want to I really appreciate you guys all for the love, the support, the likes, the comments, everything. I reply to every single comment. I'm just really having fun with this YouTube thing. The channel is growing more rapidly, and I'm just super pleased, and I just want to keep it going, guys. So like this video, leave a comment down below, please. I don't care what it is. Just tell me what you guys think. You love it, hate it, talk crap. I don't really care. I like doing what I do, and we're going to keep moving. So like, comment, hit the subscribe button if you haven't, and we'll see you on the next one.
Ooh, like LeBron, though, or like Lonzo. Ooh, I'm a baller, yeah, shot caller, yeah. They love me, you can't touch me, nah, can't trust me. I'm too lucky. Look at me, look at you, what you see, what you do.